Hey everybody, welcome back to the post show for Heavy Rain. Again, Heavy Rain is awesome. No complaints. I can always find nitpicks. I already nitpicked the motion controls. Didn't have to play with them, but I did. So on the positive, motion controls make it a lot more engaging and really like gripping, because you're like the entire time I'm like so nervous I'm gonna fuck it up. On the other side, they can fuck up sometimes even though you did it right, which sucks. You only had to reload legitimately 2 times at the very end of the game. And once earlier...
No, that was just because you wanted to see boobs.
Oh, because we wanted to see boobs, and that wasn't because of motion controls.
No, that doesn't count at all.
But no glitches, except for the sword staying in front of the screen, that one spot. That was the only glitch I could remember.
And the sound at one point?
Maybe.
No,
that ended up being nothing.
There was a part before that. No, maybe I'm wrong. In that room, like something.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is I can't be as hard as I am on Alan Wake and not make fun of the expressions.
Yeah.
And some of the acting. The acting can be forgiven. It's probably not the actor's fault, because like you can only do so much when you're picturing yourself acting in a game. What can you do as you're acting?
Yeah.
But
omelet glitch.
Omelet glitch. Serving extra omelets.
That served as
See, those are
awesome.
the kind of glitches I'm okay with. Those make the game funnier.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll take you out of the experience if you're really into the game. Like this was an engrossing mystery drama, murder mystery, but then they served double omelets, and I was like, this is so not believable.
Double omelets killed it for me.
Took me right out of the game. But yeah, some of the faces were a little, like, they could be, if you took L.A. Noire faces and combined them with this, holy shit.
Yeah, it was a massive
It would have
difference.
been beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
It would have been amazing.
Yeah.
And then some of the voices were awkward because of...
I think it's just because of the French, yeah.
It seemed like some of them were the French actors that just
Can't really blame them for being French.
The kids' acting was horrible.
Yeah, the kids were definitely French kids. Because you could hear it in their voices. They're just like, Dad, I don't know what to do. The kids sounded like little Tommy Wiseau's. But these are just little nitpicks, and I think it in some ways makes the game more lovable, because it wasn't perfect. Like, it has these little quirks about it. But in general, I can't, for the life of me, believe that people would hate this game or say that it's a bad game because they don't like... I can understand saying they don't like it. If you don't like motion controls, or I mean, if you don't like QuickTime, fine. But if you can't say it's a bad game just because you don't like motion controls. It's just a different kind of game, and you don't like that playstyle.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Yeah.
For the longest time, I avoided this game or was like a little worried about it. If it wasn't for the show, I probably would have never touched it. Just because people kept on saying that it was bad. That many people saying it's bad. And people think Alan Wake is good. I'm probably going to hate this game because I knew that it was...
Keanu Reeves really in Alan Wake?
No, just everybody looks like him.
Oh,
because their faces don't move.
God.
Can you pass me a snacky bar?
Sure.
And, so people are saying Indigo Prophecy was made by the same guys and has similar gameplay, and it was a game that they made before. Is it on the PS2 or the PS3? Extras. Oh yeah, we unlocked some extras, didn't we?
They're saying that some people have been saying they got taken out of it because there were way too many plot holes.
What? Which plot holes?
I don't think there were too
I'm
many.
usually really vigilant with plot holes too. I'm usually like, fuck that. Examples of plot hole?
Most plot holes were explained in behind the scenes.
Like what?
The blackouts, which
were from his what? They're from him getting a coma.
He's seeing a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
He's obviously got things wrong with him.
The blackouts are happening because he's nuts, because his kid died and he thought, and he got a coma, which probably fucked with his head.
The attack dream isn't a plot hole. It's she's having messed up dreams. It's not. That didn't really have anything to do with the story. Just a way of introducing your character.
Any other? Burn ointments heals your 3rd-degree burns instantly. That's not a plot hole. That's just flawed logic. The origami in his hand never
leads to anything.
Leads to anything?
It's just there. But it corresponds.
No, because, in his blackouts, it never leads. Because he had the origami in his blackouts. Yes, it does, because Ethan Hunt, Ethan Mars. Who's Ethan Hunt?
It's, Mission Impossible.
Oh.
We've done that twice now.
I can explain that, too. The origami killer was all over the news. You remember how friggin' scared he was when his son went missing that it might be the origami killer. He had origami killer on the brain, so obviously during his dreams, he might have origami or something on his head. Remember he picked up the paper right before his blackout too, his first blackout, and was reading about the origami killer?
Yeah.
There, explained. He was having bad dreams about it. It's okay for a story to have a red herring. That's half the fun about a lot of mystery stories. They need to kind of draw you in one direction. It's like sleight of hand. What, you can't watch...
That's not a stretch. I disagree.
That is not a stretch, guys. Yeah. How is that a stretch that his dreams had weird things in them that had nothing to do with reality?
Yeah.
It's a dream.
Yeah.
Have you dreamt before?
Yes, sure, they showed it to us to make us think he was the killer. But that's okay, because that's how you... The point is, that doesn't prove that he's the killer. If that didn't, prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that he was the killer, then it should be allowed as a plot device. It's fine.
Yeah.
I would be pissed off if, in reality, he had found it in his hand. Mm-hmm. Like, he's just at home with his son, he's just like, what? Did I make this? And or something. And even then I could explain it that Shelby stalking him and left it with him at some point in his house or whatever.
I do agree that the kid should have died days ago.
Yeah,
He was there for 4 days.
That's not a plot hole though. That's flawed logic. That's movie logic though. The same goes as the fact that CPR hardly ever works but always works in movies, and 100 other things that you could say. The fact that Shelby's able to shoot 10 men without even
that's just
nobody would ever be able to pull that off. It's a movie.
Apparently it was in real life that he had the origami in his hand.
It was? After he came to.
After he came to.
He
woke up with it?
Shelby left it with him. Just like Shelby left keys with him to go get his box and stuff.
It could be said either way. Is there anything that really clues you into the fact that he was actually awake there? Or that he was still in a dream? It is seeming like he wakes up, but that could still be in a dream.
I don't
know.
I'm very critical of plots and holes, and when the filmmakers break the trust of the audience, and I didn't see any of that.
Huh.
I would have been all over it if I felt that way throughout. We could watch the trailer for the game here. Somebody said the psychiatrist something.
Are you prepared to suffer to save your son? You have 5
I never saw this trailer
to cut
ever.
off the last section of one of your fingers in front of the camera. If you succeed,
I'm so glad I didn't see it.
Yeah, trailers.
Spoiler.
Spoil.
Why do we have trailers?
Agent Norman Jaden, FBI.
I'll forget it anyway, so I don't know.
My name's Scott Shelby. I'm a private detective. I'm investigating the case of the origami killers.
I'd like to learn.
Madison, Page, 27, single.
Ethan Mars has had psychological problems since his first son died. He is haunted by visions of drowning bodies.
This ruins the game.
A few weeks ago, after one of our usual sessions, I found this on the floor. It must have fallen out of his pocket.
Ash, I want you to assign every available man to finding Ethan Mars. I want you to keep an eye on the train station,
Yeah, so he
the
has
airports,
been
the bus terminal.
making
I want every cop in
origami.
the city on his ass. So that if he moves, we know about it. You're gonna die, you son of a...
I swore on my son's grave that I would kill the man who murdered him.
Just don't believe he's guilty.
Oh, you can Indigo Prophecy on Xbox Live.
What was his name?
Everything I did for love.
Well, that would sell me on playing the game, but it also pissed me off how much it ruined.
Spoilers.
Prototype the casting? What's Prototype? Heavy Rain Prototype the casting. Oh, we get to see the people who played?
I guess.
This is animated. No, it's not. Wait, yeah, it is.
Go ahead, take a seat. Can you give me your name and your age, please?
My name is Mary Smith. I'm 24.
Have you ever taken any acting lessons, Mary?
Not really. I couldn't afford it, but I watch a lot of films and I learned so much by watching them.
Have you shot anything recently?
I've had a few bit parts, little things here and there, nothing very serious for the moment. I'm always too tall, too short, wrong hair. There's always something wrong with me.
Okay. Have you learned your lines?
Heavy Rain
Yes.
prototype was a demo version that was shown to show what the PS3 could do
Market,
back in
please.
06.
Casting Heavy Rain, actress Mary Smith.
Fake casting to show how awesome PS3 is. It's like you're supposed to be blown
Yeah.
away by these
First time I
graphics,
Yeah.
saw you, I
which
knew
back
you.
then we probably would have been.
I
Yeah.
thought these things only happened in the movies, you know? Pounding hard, the sweaty hands and the shaky legs.
I think you're supposed to be impressed by
I was
the
Yeah.
coming out of the
expressions
theater,
too.
Yeah.
And it started pouring heavy rain, so there I was, soaking wet, teeth chattering, freezing cold, and then you came up to me. And you looked at me straight in the eyes and you said, "Need an umbrella, miss?" You sent me flowers for weeks and you said
You know what's
thought
funny?
it was forever.
Is that as
3 months later we were
waxy
getting
and
married.
like unnatural that her
it's
expressions seem
stupid.
like?
It's such a corny romance.
The voice matches them.
Yeah.
It almost seems
Right.
believable.
It never ends up being what you think it's gonna be. You think it's gonna be one big happy fairy tale. And then one day you wake up in an average little house leading an average little life, and your real dreams are about paying the bills and maybe someday getting a bigger TV. And you realize that maybe that wasn't the life you were dreaming of. You realize maybe things could have been different. And maybe I actually could have lived with all that, but then one day it all just stops. Starts with something small. A little lipstick on a collar. A few nights when you come home a bit late. At first I tell myself that I'm crazy, that you would never do such a thing. But just to ease my mind, one night I follow you as you leave.
This isn't
the office.
animation, this
I
is how
follow
France
you
really
to the
looks like.
cinema. Where you
How people in France look like. You're
And
saying
then
French
my
people are
heart
waxy,
falls
Fraser.
apart. I come home and I cry for hours in my kitchen. I get the gun.
Is this
from the
supposed to be
drawer in
her
the bedroom, and I tell
in the
myself
casting? Or
that if this is all that life has to offer me, then I can do without.
Whoa, nice tear.
But then I changed my mind. After all, I'm not the one who's cheating. So, quietly, I wait for you to come home, sitting in my average little kitchen. Obviously, when you get home, you don't suspect a thing. So I press the fucking gun against your forehead and I take a few seconds.
somebody
to
says
watch
that
the
Scott
film
during the
go
game
by.
said, "Hope the rain stops soon."
You
Do you
tell
think that
yourself.
that means he
She
doesn't
won't
really want the
do
kid
it.
to
She
die?
doesn't have the guts. She's just
But he was
trying
gonna
to teach
kill
you a lesson.
Mars
Just
so that he
go,
couldn't
honey.
save his son right
Yeah,
there.
I think that's weird that
he
he
had
was
the
gonna
gun.
kill him.
Yeah, shouldn't he have like
We're stepping
really
on
liked
my
Mars and
feet.
been
Yeah,
like, "Save
yeah.
your son.
Giving it
Thank
to
you.
me.
I don't
yeah,
have to
he
do
said
this
he
anymore."
did, yeah.
And for
I finally
life,
found someone who's willing to save their
Maybe
parents.
he's just like
It didn't really make sense with
So
his
messed up.
affliction.
For all the assholes out there who think they can keep on fucking us over and over.
you're assuming he was trying to kill him while he was pointing a gun at him.
Yeah.
Maybe he was trying to scare him so he works faster.
So, how was it?
Very nice, very nice.
You think I might stand a chance?
Someone will get in touch with you and let you know.
She wasn't too bad, huh?
Doesn't matter, she's too tall for the part.
Huh.
Next!
Joke.
Hmm.
I think that's supposed to be kind of like referencing the fact that it doesn't matter in a video game, so that any actor that fits it can fit the part, which is the beauty of video games. Concept art? Ooh. Ooh. Looking good. All right, concept art. Fuck, get out of here. We don't need concept. All right. I'm not gonna look at any of that. Making of casting real actors. Sweet.
Yeah. I'm interested in this, and I think I'm gonna feel bad if they show the kid.
Oops. All right, we'll watch that right after a break. We'll just take a quick segment here.